When you are here in Chelsea, I think it's not about to ask for time. You need to deliver it from the day one. I think that is why how we are working now in the training ground is not to give too many time to the player to think, to spend time, to wasting time. It's about to deliver it from now, or to give our best, to put in the service of the team. Football is about today or yesterday. We cannot talk too much long term. We cannot tell the people that we need 6 months and to create something, because I think it's not good. We need to create the belief from the beginning, and I think we have players, and we are going to have a squad, a player that can deliver the job, can give what we expect, and from the day one we need to think into win. And
to be fair, he's got a runner on base 1, a runner on base 2, he's got base 3 covered, he's got base 4 covered, and he's got somebody serving him an underarm ball here, right, that he's going to knock out the ballpark. I mean, what one is it? He said we have to win straight from the off, but if we don't win straight from the off, we need to find a little bit. So I don't know. Maybe it's just lost, and maybe it's the language barrier here for him trying to find the correct rhetoric, and that's possible. But if you said to me now, where are Chelsea going to finish? I'd say to you, I've no idea.
No.
Absolutely no idea. I've no idea how this is going to go for Pochettino. None whatsoever. Now that might become clearer as the summer moves on, and maybe some more people go and some more people come in. At the moment, you look at them and think, I have no idea how this team is going to perform this year. None at all.
What do you do, Stevie, if you're Poch? How do you...
If I'm Poch, the last thing I turn around and start at my first press conference is say, well, we can't ask for time. Why are you doing that? I mean, right now, he's got everybody on his side. We're sitting here, Craig's sitting here talking about, I don't know what they're going to get. Everybody in the football world understands how tough a job this is, right? But he's coming out, and he's setting himself up. We've just been talking about Kylian Mbappe doing an interview 12 months ago, and guess what the press did? Oh dear, let's just move that
I think it was
along.
only a couple of months ago, Steve.
A couple of months ago.
The
fact is, he's made some sort of statement.
Yeah.
And at the time, doesn't matter. Now the press just go, oh, this is just the perfect time. We'll slot this in. After 4 games and he's not won a game, do you think they're going to just slot that interview back in place and go, well, you're the one that said we don't need time. We don't expect time. We have to start off by winning. It's going to come back and haunt him big time.
How the heck does he know what's going to happen?
I've no idea.
Because obviously we know it's training, it's pre-season, but that's no indicator, isn't it? You only really know from that first game, which is against Liverpool.
You have it. You don't. You have a plan, and you hope that you now have your pre-season to work on the plan.
But you don't even know what players you're going to have, do you?
Well, exactly. So not only are you making a plan, you're making a plan without knowing exactly how to put the plan in place with the players that you may or may not have. But you've also put yourself under pressure by saying that, this club has to start winning straight away. That doesn't make any sense.
I just hope he's having more of a... I hope he's having more of a relationship with the sporting people at the club, 2 or 3 of them, whatever it is. There's certainly a couple of them that are heavily into making these transfer decisions. I hope, for his sake, there is more of a relationship than Graham Potter. I almost felt like Graham Potter, every day it was like, there's a delivery for you.
Yeah, it's another
Open
one.
the box.
It's like Amazon.
So, that's a problem. So I'd like to think, having brought an experienced manager in like him, that he's on board with what they're doing and vice versa. If that's the case, they've got half a chance. But if it continues to be that he, like Graham Potter, is blindsided by most of them that are coming in, it's going to go wrong.
As you mentioned, of course, he left Spurs and then went to PSG. An underwhelming time there. This is what he had to say about that experience. Experience gives you the understanding about the game, about how to behave. I'm a better coach and a better person. I need to prove myself. That is motivation. It is part of my nature. You were critical of him during his time at PSG, Jules. Have you seen enough from him that suggests he has got better from his time at Spurs and that he can do something with his Chelsea squad?
I just hope that he's learned from what went wrong in Paris, which is, I mean, there's a lot of things and we don't have enough time now anyway, but he certainly felt he had to compromise his own ideas to succeed in Paris because he didn't feel that maybe the squad was all on board, that if he was pushing and be as intense as he used to be at Spurs, it would work with Messi and Mbappe and Neymar and Verratti and the others. So he kind of went halfway, half his real method and half of what he thought was maybe right for this squad and that dressing room, which was wrong because it was just counterproductive completely. But the thing is, we don't really know what Poch we're going to see at Chelsea. Is it the one that we saw at Spurs? Is it a mix of the one we saw in Paris and the one we saw at Spurs? Again, this is a very different dressing room than the one that he had at Spurs and even the one that he had in Paris. That's why I really hope he learned from it, from everything that went wrong in Paris. But like you said, Dan, he only has 50% of his players right now. So by the end of the summer and the transfer window, the dressing room might be very different to the ones that he will have for the next 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks. It's very difficult to say, and I think he's a bit lost. And for me, that press conference looked how lost he is. Because starting by trying to be positive, saying, yeah, let's go and win straight away, and then saying, well, maybe then, if we don't, then little by little, we can get our ideas through. Which one is it then? And I think he's a bit lost, and it can't be easy. He turns up, he's training, he organizes barbecue, and there's like, what, 5 players there? Half of the others are gone, the other half are international players, and the rest, he doesn't know what's going to happen to them, and so he doesn't know who the new signings are going to be. So it must be quite difficult for him to just plan everything ahead because of that uncertainty.
You've changed the dynamics of the team since you took over. We've not lost in the preseason. That's incredible. You think the team is ready in 2 weeks to face Liverpool on Sunday? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your word. Should be ready. It's not another option. It's only one option to be ready. And we are going to be ready.
Hi, Coach. What is the overall expectations of the club for the upcoming season?
You are asking my expectation or some people that are in the club, or I don't know, more specific, please.
Chelsea Football Club, the expectation around the club.
Always is win. Always is win. Chelsea expectation is about to win.
For the upcoming season, are you going to win the Premier League title?
We are going to try to win. It's not, no, that is true. It's not that I selling smoke, like people say, no, vender humo in Spanish. I am not selling smoke. That is about, Chelsea history, about to win. And then if it's possible or not, I will tell you on the end of the season. But we start all in the same place and with the same possibility. And the most important is believe in football, and we need to really believe, and I really believe, and I will tell you on the end of the season if that was possible or not.
With how good Chelsea were in pre-season, obviously unbeaten in the summer series as well, how surprised are you with the sort of form and decline?
I think it's not fair to talk because I think so many details happen. And you need always some luck. I think one of the situations that happened is the injury of Nkunku. That was, the player that we signed with the objective to provide the team goals and help to be in a different position. Some circumstances that happened that arrived and, in a period that sometime when we were building, the momentum, I think didn't help.
But it's far easier said than done. It is very common to say, yeah, it's not only about the result, it's also about the process. But
the end result,
my experience in Chelsea, in Paris, in Dortmund, in Mainz, it is about the results. I have to tell you. And you can overcome one loss. You can overcome a short period of results that are missing. If the players feel, but we are on the right way, but it cannot be too long. Otherwise, nobody trusts the process anymore. So, to really worship the process in a daily basis, I think this is the most important. And
Frank, after yesterday's game, Pochettino said that this Chelsea team is young and they must be given time to grow. But hasn't this message become stale as the players keep on making the same mistakes over and over again? Surely Chelsea's problems is not just inexperience.
Yeah, but it's mainly inexperience. That's what you have to put at first. That's for sure. That's for sure, because suddenly they can play very well, and they did against Sheffield for half an hour, nothing. The game was good. They were leading the game, and suddenly they lose it. And they lose it only for one thing. It's because you don't have leaders, you don't have anybody to rely on. And yes, I agree with Pochettino. This team is too young. Yeah, it's full of talents, but you need experience. And that makes the difference, because at some point when you feel that the game is shifting in the wrong way, you have like 2-3 players say, whoa, let's stick together, let's work together. And it's what it is. Yeah. It took only 3 minutes to Sheffield to shift the game. They were nowhere near it. In 3 minutes, we saw them coming back, score a goal. That's only because you don't have experience. And I agree with Pochettino in that matter.